What is going on, cryptocurrency investors? Welcome to Crypto Review Central. This past month has been a terrible month for the majority of Bitcoin holders. Unless you're shorting this asset, you are definitely not feeling euphoria. Where we stand in regards to the Wall Street cheat sheet is anyone's guess. Can you even compare this market to traditional markets? Absolutely you can. Technical analysis for this space is largely derived from traditional markets. One could almost put the price of Bitcoin on this cheat sheet and see that it closely resembles it, whether we're in anger, depression, or panic, or denial at this point. Although I think we're farther along than denial, and I'd like to hear what you think. Looking at this chart, where do you think we are as a cryptocurrency market entirely, not just Bitcoin? Bitcoin is over 50% of the market, yes, currently at 54.2%, but I'd like to hear your thoughts about where we stand on this Wall Street cheat sheet, which does resemble the psychology of traded markets. Nevertheless, the global cryptocurrency markets have taken 2, if not 3 significant hits in just this month alone, starting on the 14th of November, going from over $200 billion sharply, losing $25 billion down to 181. Then on the 18th, we saw the second significant hit, taking it from 180 all the way down to below $150 billion at one point. We then remained relatively stable, losing a bit of value, going to 140, before overnight sharply going from just under 140 down to 120, where we currently sit at $123 billion. Bitcoin dominance has remained relatively the same, so that tells the story that the majority of assets are hit equally. There have been a number of shining stars and or silver linings throughout this retracement, namely XRP. Stellar Lumens was in the same category of XRP, not being hit as hard prior to today's significant retracement, down now 42% over the last 7 days, with a number of assets going well over a quarter deep. Bitcoin Cash losing half of its value. This is an unprecedented and astronomical dip in the markets that we have not seen in some months. Looking at the global market charts, we seem to have found a descending triangle bouncing repeatedly off lower low bottoms. This is the deepest we've been since the start of this year and could be called for a rally in the coming months. There's a number of reasons why there might be a big rally, namely Bakkt, the Bitcoin ETF from SolidX and Van Eyck, and Fidelity Investments exposing this market to over $7 trillion in assets under management. Despite that though, there are a number of industry leaders calling for a big bull run come the start of 2019, and as always, given the markets over the last 7 days, there is some bearish sentiment. The governor of the Bank of Thailand has stated that the use of crypto won't be used in the country for another 3 to 5 years. And that while the 2017 run-up was a success in some countries, it's not as easy as it sounded to implement, so that any big bull run again could be significantly delayed. I've been speculating that mostly to play the devil's advocate that we could go to pre-2017 dormant Bitcoin prices, but the landscape has changed so dramatically in just the last year. With the advent of new evolutions of cryptocurrency, that being blockchain 2.0, 3.0, and beyond, Bitcoin is largely being treated as a commodity, although it does represent other qualities. That is just par for the course with this space. It resembles so many other asset classes and so many other spaces, not only for its rapid development and big blow up, much like the .com boom or Facebook, Twitter, etc., any big companies rise to prominence, but for an entire market. There are so many assets in this space all vying for their chance. A lot of them have existing infrastructure and developments to really make that happen, but again, a lot of assets have a ton of value and are traded a whole lot despite not having any real use cases or any real viable opportunity to be implemented in industry and ultimately replace archaic systems like what Ripple XRP has in regards to replacing Swift. EOS has its decentralized ecosystem. Stellar Lumens is competing with Ripple. A lot of these assets are going to get real industrial use, while a large portion of the others simply won't. As time goes on, this space will shed a lot of its irrelevant assets, a lot of its unjustified assets, and we will see the true innovation and developmental assets stand the test of time. Bitcoin has already definitely made a name for itself, solidifying itself in the first position. And I think long term, this retracement doesn't have a whole lot of impact. Also, I'd like to comment Bitcoin Cash, EOS, and Stellar are so close in overall market cap that a flippening or a double flippening could occur. There is a conversation on Reddit under the EOS subreddit that it would be good news if the market cap for EOS was increasing instead of not falling as fast as Bitcoin Cash. EOS's market cap is not growing, but it's not falling as fast as Bitcoin Cash's, really about half as fast, so it's a bit of a catch-22 scenario. Despite that though, the technical analysis for Bitcoin shows that there's not a whole lot of support between 3 and 4K, and that a much lower low could be established very soon. The next significant level would be at 3,400, but overall the sentiment is that this is not the low that we will see, 3,400 or 3,100, but that a bounce up towards 4K is likely, and then the significant dump, completing an ABC correction, with B in the making and the final wave C that could bring us into the 4K zone. That is exactly where we are right now, almost at 4K. So if this completes as per his analysis, we are going to 3,400 in the next move. We could bounce on the way down there, but there's no doubt we are in a panic dump of a extended bear flag. There's been 3 significant dumps, like I mentioned, all taking us to newer lows, all bouncing somewhat, followed up by further retracement. I really don't believe we've hit bottom yet. I really think we could stay at this price action between 3 and 4K or just above 4K for over a month until we wait for more information on Bakkt and a number of other products. Yes, there's a Swiss ETP, which is the first exchange traded product in cryptocurrency that could be favorable towards the SolidX and Van Eyck ETF, but it's not certain at this point. We just have to, as always, wait and see what happens. Continue to follow the content here at Crypto Review Central to help keep you up to date with what is going on. And as always, continue to fight this good fight. Hodl on. Make sure to do all of your own research. Cannot stress how important doing your own research and making informed investment decisions are. None of the content here on this channel is investment advice. That is true for 99% of the cryptocurrency content creators out there. None of us are financial advisors. We just try as best as we can. I personally immerse myself in these markets to bring you up to date and keep my thumb on the pulse of what is happening. Show your support by hitting that like button and commenting something of value. Turning on post notifications also lets you know as soon as we release a video, which we do multiple times a week, especially when big news like this happens. Thank you once again for spending a few moments of your day with me to bring you up to date, and I will see you all in the next video.